and get this leveled out a little bit for you. So, if you're watching again, and I really truly appreciate it, my name is Colleen Light. I live in a small town in Southwest Washington. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love to do tutorials, although I'm still in the learning process. And my website is Cards by Coco. So today is Monday, February 13th at well, it's not 3 p.m. now. What time is it? 3:48 because I've already done my live. But when I say I love to do tutorials and I'm just learning, I inadvertently deleted my video. Yep, that was me. I was editing and I deleted it. So I just think this is so cute. And since I demonstrated it earlier, I really want people to have the tutorial available. So I'm making a non-traditional Valentine gift box, a little treat box. How cute is this? It's super easy. We're gonna have some fun doing it. I just think that it's adorable and I want to share this with you. And for people who want to reference it, I really want them to be able to see it. So here we go again, take two. So probably hear me rustling in the background. I am doing using the Country Gingham 6x6 Designer Series paper. Love, 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 love it. I've shown it before. Love the colors, love everything about it. And I'm going to use this square here, this square one. And we're going to be using Strawberry Sorbet. So, as you might imagine, since this is take two, because the other one, first off, I made a mistake, a couple of mistakes. So it was okay, I guess, that I deleted it, but I did delete it. So we're going to actually do the whole thing together because I don't have a darn thing ready. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's start by cutting our sweet sorbet cardstock at 5.5 by 4.5. So first we're going to cut our piece of paper in half here at 5.5. And then we're going to flip it around and cut at 4.5. So I'm so happy if you do join me again. I really appreciate it. If you watch the replay, really appreciate it. Just always appreciate when people join me. I think it's so much fun. So anyway, I'm using the Stampin' Trimmer from Stampin' Up. So your darker gray one is your cutting blade. Your lighter one is your scoring blade. Tuck this cutting one out of the way now. We're going to turn this to the 5.5-inch side, and we are going to score at 2 inches. Let me do that. 2 inches. By and 2.5, not by and 2.5. My good gravy. I tell you, what a day today has been. On this other side here, on the short side, we want to do a 1/2 inch on either side. So the nice thing about our Stampin' Trimmer is it goes up to 1.5 inches if you scoot along to the right. So very nice and easy. I'm going to see if I can get rid of some of these shadows in the room. This is not a good time to film, as you might imagine, right? The weather's getting a little darker out and on down the line, but really feel like I want people to have the resource available because it is such a cute little box, and I want everyone to see how nice it comes together. So here's our box component. We're going to just kind of do this all from the beginning. We're going to be going back and forth from the from cutting cardstock to designer series paper to die cuts, do some stamping. It's probably going to seem like we're bouncing all over the place, but there's a method to my madness. So let's go ahead and get this scored. We're just going to burnish this. This is the Stampin' Up! Bone folder. People are always asking me, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what to put in that starter kit if you want to become a team member. The bone folder is one of the ones that I would recommend. These snips, I'm mitering corners here. These snips are super sharp. I know that because I cut the tip of inside of my finger once. So they're very sharp and they work great. They're small, they're easy to handle. So I would say these paper snips, I would say the paper trimmer. If you're thinking about just staple items to make your crafting journey and experience better, those are some of the things I would personally put in a starter kit. And for those of you who are new to Stampin' Up! and the crafting experience with Stampin' Up. First off, it's a great crafting community, but mostly the products are great. But if you want to save money right now, the best deal in Stampin' Up right now is the starter deal, and of course, it's Celebration. Anyway, I want to show you that we're going to take this over to 4.5 inches right here, and we're going to give that a cut. And I'm going to cut this at 1 3/4 of an inch because this piece is going to rest behind the white piece. I'm going to be cutting some basic white. Now I'm going to tuck this off to the side. When I say I can't find that, just remind me I tucked it off to the side, please. Because you never know. And then I want to cut this designer series paper again at 2 3/4. I'm going to take it here and go 2 3/4 because this is going to be on the inside of our box. 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. So this is going to rest inside our box. Easy peasy. Now let me get some basic white. We're going to do a little stamping on that. And I have my scraps of basic white behind me on a shelf. I don't throw away very much. And again, I want to bring this to, I think I'm going to cut this piece at 1.5 first. Let's cut this at 1.5. And then I'll cut that 1.5 piece down. So I want to go 1.5 and 4.5 again. Oh my gosh, I really wanted to scoot over there, didn't I? By 4.5. Okay, how cute is that? Easy peasy. All right, so I want to show you the set I am working with today. It is the Nothing's Better Than. Look at these dies. Oh, I have the chocolate one off to the side. Let me get that because that's our star of our show today is the chocolate one. So you get 9 dies. So if you're cutting this out, you have your cocktail one. You have your candy, your fancy teacup. This is so retro. I love it. And your cookie. And these are 2-step stamping here. And look, you have your stamp for your little umbrella and your lime or lemon, steam for your coffee. The sentiments are fabulous. It has been one of my favorite sets. I make a bunch of cards with this. I absolutely love it, and it'll be the stamp set I am featuring this week. This stamp set is in the annual catalog. Let me see. I had it marked earlier, but then, like I said, kind of went a little wonky and deleted it. So on page 20, now, the stamp set is called Nothing's Better Than, but the dies are called, where are they? I know they're back here somewhere. Let me see. The dies are called Love You More Than. This is in the annual catalog. Stampin' Up! Has started naming their dies the same as their stamp set. Thank goodness. So happy about that. But they are named differently. They're not bundled together right now, but they are in the annual catalog. So I know I'm going to just put a little glue on this and we're going to get the back of this in here. It's so easy to get caught up in those mini catalogs and the celebration and on down the line. Sometimes it's easy to push that annual catalog aside, but there's like great products in there, truly wonderful, great products. And this is one of them. This is one of them. Like I said, I've made a bunch of things with this one. Okay, so I am going to actually not do anything with this one yet. I'm going to let that sit off to the side. We're going to do some stamping. But before I stamp, I want to know exactly where I need to stamp at. So actually, I'm going to put these two together. And I want to make sure they're both even because I'm going to come over to the 1/2 inch tick mark, line that up just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and score that because we're going to want that to go on the side of our box. Now you could do like a belly band and just press it in place. And it's normally what I do, but I think since I want to do this box, I think I'm going to go ahead and try it with the scoring. I do. That's what I'm going to do this time around. You know, the next time I make it, it may be something completely different. I can't promise. So anyway, and we're going to do one fun die cut. I'm going to use this fabulous early espresso, which is one of my favorite colors to use, believe it or not, and the chocolate die. I'm going to scooch off screen here just for a second so I don't wiggle that whole table. And I'm just going to do a very quick die cut here. Oh, did you hear it pop? There we go. Very quick. And let's get that out. There we go. Just that easy. Oh, I think just that easy I'm hung up. There we go. And let me scooch that out of the way. Sometimes when I bring it over on the table, it shakes things around, and I don't like necessarily always doing that on film, or on film, on camera. I sound like I'm a movie star. So I do go live on Facebook on Thursday mornings at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I love, love, love when you all join me. It makes it so much fun for me. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my mat here, and we are going to go ahead and do a little bit of stamping here. Let me get a piece of scratch paper for this because we're going to be stamping off a little bit. Okay, so here we go. Just this easy, right? And I'm going to grab in the early espresso ink. Let me open that up. And I'm going to use the sentiment. Hang on, I've got my tearing tape all going everywhere now. I'm going to use the sentiment, you make everything better. So the thing I like about this box, honestly, is this is a box you can give to a friend, maybe a new romantic person, a neighbor. I kind of feel like this is a full service design. It works for just pretty much anybody. This is the silicone craft sheet. I had it marked for when I went live last time, and I'm going to see if I have it marked again. If it still is marked, I do. It is on page 127, annual catalog, number 15. This gem, which is worth its weight in gold, is $6.50. So, and the instructions actually say place under project when applying any of our adhesives to keep your work surface adhesive free. Also great for using with embossing paste. And I have to tell you, I think this is just worth its weight in gold. If you don't have a fine tip glue gun, or not glue gun, glue dispenser, and you don't have the silicone sheets, not silicone sheets, pardon me, adhesive sheets. My goodness, I can't talk today. The adhesive sheets, which I do have, and you're a beginning crafter, I just want you to know that you don't have to have all of the things. It's nice to have all of the things, and the more you craft, of course, the more you collect. But when you're starting out, most of us have these toothpicks in the house and some tweezers and whatnot. And I just kind of dot the glue on like this, which makes it super easy to adhere to your paper without, if you don't have the adhesive sheets and you don't want to, if you are like me and you tend to make a bit of a mess, having just this silicone craft sheet is a wonder because here, let me show you. Well, that just kind of dries a little bit. Like this is what I did earlier, and it just literally rolls off. That's all it is. It doesn't adhere. So it's perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way, bring this back, and I want to bring my chocolate right here. So you make everything better, and then chocolate. Now, in this one, I use the little star pattern, and I absolutely love, love, love that. Love it. Sorry, is it kind of shadowy? I'm sorry. I'm trying to arrange the lights a little bit better, I hope. I don't know. It is a little bit shadowy, huh? Let me see if I turn off, if it doesn't make it a little bit better. Anyway, I use that. But while I was in here crafting, my finger hit it. And it's somewhere on my desk, on the computer, on the floor. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere around and I'll find it. So I took this out of one of my other stamp sets that I love. I took the it says Be My Valentine there, and then it has hearts, the Share a Milkshake bundle, one of my favorites. So I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna use the hearts. But if you have this set and you don't have anything made for Valentine's, this is a super cute set to work with. It's fun. I think it was Connie Stewart. I want to say it was hers when she hit a different level. And I'm trying to remember what level that was she designed it. And I think it's very retro, very cute. I'm going to go a little overboard with the hearts here. I'm going to bring them around the side. I'm just going to have a little heart party here. There we go. Ta-da! And you're going to see how easy this box actually comes together. While that sets, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to piece this together. So we want this piece here to go towards the back. Very important. We want it to face towards the back. So we're going to grab our tear and tape. If you don't have tear and tape and you have the stamp and seal, you can use that. If you are using the multi-purpose liquid glue, you can use that. Just if you're using the liquid glue, make sure you hold it with something for a little bit so it doesn't move. I like tear and tape for all of my projects, all of my boxes and anything three-dimensional. I just really, really like it. I think it does a great, great job. So just this easy, we're going to fold this and take this towards the back here. Just easy peasy. We're going to do the same thing here. Just take it towards the back, line it up, and press it down. Pretty easy, right? You can take your bone folder and go to the inside here and just do that. Now, I like my edges mitered, so we're going to go ahead and miter these edges here. Ta-da! So I've made these, like I said, I have made these boxes for Halloween. I've either said it in this video or the other one, I honestly don't remember, for Halloween, or I think I've made for Halloween, I've made for birthdays, just in general. I think they're just fun in general. Okay, so I want to adhere this piece to here, and again, I'm going to use the liquid glue only because I want some wiggle room. I think if the stamp and seal would work equally as well, but I want a little bit of wiggle room here. So that's what I'm going to do. I have a little clump there, so I'm going to grab that toothpick again and straighten it out. And I'm going to hold it and make sure I have it lined up appropriately. There we go. Nice. Press that down. And I'm going to bring back in my trimmer, line up where I have that scored, and we're going to score it on that bottom piece also. So I'm going to set this just in the groove here. Moving my cutting blade out of the way. I can't tell you how many times I have inadvertently cut something when I have been trying to score it. There we go. So this is, you can see, just a very easy project. I'm going to lightly fold these over. We don't need to score these too tightly. And we're going to just scooch this right on there. So you can see how easy you can make this box. I mean, it just doesn't get any easier. So I think it'll be fun. So if you're thinking tonight, oh, and you're Googling everything or Pinteresting, that's what I do. I Pinterest everything. If you're Pinteresting everything, looking for an easy Valentine's project, this is the one for you because it is a simple box that does not take a lot of supplies and really you could use most of the stamps that you have. Just throw in a bit of red. If you have some of the rhinestone gems, whether they're in, no matter what color they're in, you have a little bit of that. And if you have candy, you are set. That's what I'm going to say. You are just set if that's the case. So I also picked up some of these. I'm going to show you these. And I'm going to also show you the other type of chocolate I have. So you could put in 3 of these amazing Ghirardelli. I think these are the sea salt caramel ones. So good. So good. Or, and then I picked up the heart caramel from Russell Stover. Honestly, I was just having fun in the candy aisle of the store. That's what I was doing. I was just having a good time. But look, so 2 beautiful boxes, easy peasy, and they do stand up. They stand up, so if you were working with somebody, you could leave it on the desk. Anyway, how cute are these? I hope you can see. Hopefully, I wasn't too far out of camera. Anyway, so this is today's project. Again, using the Nothing's Better Than bundle. Well, not it's not bundled, but stamp set and the dies. And I think you should make this and share it with somebody you care about. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. I will hopefully see you all on Thursday. I'll be sending out my newsletter this week. So if you haven't signed up, be sure to do that. Anyway, that's all I've got. Thank you.